sympathy, I think, for Manchester United. And most of those seem to be David Beckham supporters. We'll see how that evolves during the course of the game. But the reception that Manchester United got, particularly David Beckham, at Narita Airport when they arrived was very much in the pop star category. Half a dozen security there could not handle it, and David Beckham was lucky to get away without being injured. But here he is, and although he's a little bit of a recluse as far as the press is concerned, mainly because of who he's married and what his image is, he's a very, very competitive player, and he's very much in line to get the European Player of the Year. He likes these occasions. He loves the big stage. It's going to be Palmeiras to kick off. So this is it, the 20th European South American clash for the Toyota Cup. England versus Brazil. Manchester United, the world's richest club, against one of South America's strongest, with 10 nationalities involved out there. Something of a celebration, the 20th anniversary. South America won the first 5 after this event was launched in 1980. But now the tide has turned a little bit, and the overall score stands at 10-9. In South America's favour. The gap has closed. The balance over the years is changing. 2 trophies at stake, the Toyota Cup obviously, and the Intercontinental Trophy, the trophy that began in 1960, and because of the aggravation it caused over its 2 legs, this was one of the reasons why the game came here to a neutral venue with the kind support of the Japanese and particularly the Toyota company. Manchester United then, a glamorous club, but they lost a difficult game. Oh, there's a foul now by the referee, which was comfortably spotted as Butt went through. He was body checked. That was easily seen by the referee. It's very blatant. Butt goes through there. He's hit by Rocky Jr. and we can have a free kick. And this is definitely David Beckham distance. English clubs who haven't won here, haven't scored here, usually succumb to an early goal in past years, but is this a chance for Beckham to notch one for Manchester United? Well, we don't need to worry too much about that. So let's just check the lineups here, because Manchester United are playing experimentally with Solskjaer and Scholes playing up front, but at the moment there's only one player. Now Scholes is pushing forward. This is Gary Neville looking for Beckham. Junior comes close to him. Junior balks him. Beckham comes back again. Zinho elbows Neville off the ball. It's a free kick to Palmeiras. And the portly German referee controlled an early game in the Champions League for Manchester United. That's Alex putting one out there to Arce. Key players in midfield for Palmeiras. Number 10, Alex, and the number 11, Zinho. Irving getting it forward to Solskjaer, playing on his own up front of the moment. Good chasing down the left-hand side. Appeals from Giggs that came off the Brazilian. Junior Baiano. The way the goals are scored in these events over the years, then more often the excitement comes in the second half. although English teams, as I mentioned earlier, have conceded early goals in the 4 times they've been here. But sometimes they can be quite tight and dour early on as 2 different styles clash and they get the measure of each other. Scholes so far hasn't pushed too far forward. He is now. Gary Neville looking for Ryan Giggs. Push by Giggs. The German referee seems to be pretty strict at the moment. He controlled the Manchester United Olympic Marseille game in the Champions League earlier, and they said he was not finicky but exact. And I suspect we might well need a tough referee here. Giulio Baiano, big central defender, punching one forward. Asprilla couldn't get it, and this is one for Mark Bosnich, and straight out. The pitch is nice and green, but it's hard, and Beckham changed his boots after the initial kick-in, I think because he's probably taking a shorter stud. Solskjaer, nice control. Here's Dennis Irwin. Giggs just down the line. Forward for Solskjaer. He's totally on his own. He hasn't got any support at all. Now, Ryan Giggs coming out. And here's for a kick. No! Ricky Butt, in fact, coming through with Keane. And 2 of them could have had that, but Keane couldn't quite control it. Lovely ball in from the left flank, though. Great idea. Jaap Stam is coming up from the back. Up he goes. Doesn't quite get there. Irwin. Arce, nice ball forward to Asprilla. Palmeiras is chasing on the right-hand side. On the left, he's got Junior. Asprilla still going. Now back to Junior. Wasn't a good ball. Well played by Butt. Up to Beckham. Solskjaer, lovely ball. Back in again. Great play. Oh, that wasn't so good. Unnecessarily given away. Junior forward. Not offside. Paulo Nunes waving acknowledgement that that was a good ball that he didn't quite get. Scholes. Seems to be Ryan Giggs actually playing farther forward at the moment than anyone else to try and support Solskjaer. Here's Solskjaer. It's a tough tackle from behind. That won't be allowed, certainly. And that might be looking as it. Certainly a warning for Rocky Jr. Stam is up over the far side. So too is Butt. For Ryan Giggs or David Beckham. Giggs. Well held by Marcos, the goalkeeper who started in the reserves in the Libertadores Cup and finished up as a Brazilian international. So it's been a good competition for him. So far, this is Galliano. Palmeiras haven't really settled. United got into a little bit of a passing stride earlier. Play by Sampaio. Alex. Couldn't get it through the middle. Alex again. Keane and Stam. They get themselves a bit of space. This is Giggs. There's only Solskjaer up front. Beckham giving him a little support on the right-hand side, but they won't be able to reach him from there. Well played by Ryan Giggs, although he's under pressure from Arce. Nicely done by Alex. Almost found Asprilla. Never. Only one player in the arrow up front. Had to work it back, get a bit of space. Handball, and the referee won't like that. Solskjaer and Giggs with Butt trying to make a bit of space in front of them all. Chip to Scholes. Scholes goes by as one. Can he have a drive? Appeals for handball, but that would be a little bit optimistic. Zinho, the captain. Sampaio, Rocky Jr. A little bit of a problem at the back for Palmeiras. We've got a Junior Baiano, a Rocky Jr. and a Junior. Put back by Silvestre, the young Frenchman. It's interesting to see this lineup at the back for Manchester United because Silvestre is playing his 10th game for Manchester United since he came from Inter Milan, but he's rarely had a chance to play as a central defender where everybody says that's his best position. We'll see how he shapes up here in a fairly tough occasion. Gary Neville's throw. Beckham ducking and diving around. There's some shirt pulling there, and that will surely be a booking unless the referee chooses just a warning. Beckham was too quick for Junior. He turned and he held his shirt, and normally that would have been a booking. By the Brazilians, and they need it. Look a bit lively here, Manchester United. Neville, but couldn't get it, but it's gone straight through the Keane. Alex. Scholes did brilliantly. Good challenge. It looked as if he was too tight on him, but he was very, very strong. Manchester United pushing it around well. Silvestre. Oh, that's a poor ball. Arce now has a bit of time and space. Get involved in the build-up. There goes Asprilla forward. It's not a bad ball. It's a little bit wide though. And Stam should clear it. Does well. And they play themselves out of trouble very calmly. Here's Neville. It's a risky one, but it was nicely found and controlled. Scholes to Irwin, to Butt, in for Solskjaer. Lovely controlled ball, but in there quickly was Junior. Well, Filipao, as they call him, Big Phil, the Palmeiras coach, said if Manchester United play their game, they are definitely the #1 side in the world. If we can stop them playing their game, we might have a chance. Haven't stopped them at the moment. Here's Giggs. Effort by Nicky Butt, but there's no real power in it. And so far so good for Sir Alex Ferguson and his team. Started well this trip to Japan for Sir Alex. He went to the Japan Cup, the races, and came in with a 90-1 second finisher. Had a few yen on that one and was very pleased by it. He also presented the prizes in the main event. That's a foul by Miguel Silvestre on Asprilla, who had 2 years with Newcastle, knew a little bit about Manchester United in the most painful way, because when he was there, Newcastle were leading the Premiership, but then fell away and Manchester United pipped them at the post. Rocky Jr. It's a good one for Alex. Nice ball. Just robbed by Stam and cleared by Dennis Irwin, but comfortably picked up again by Sampaio. In again to Nunes and Alex. The interchange there didn't quite work, but it looked more promising for the Brazilians. Giggs, great pass to Scholes. Ooh, that's a poor one to Alex. And Zinho almost got there. Well, gets it, but not as direct as he hoped. Zinho looking for Paulo Nunes. Poor ball from the captain. That's a good one to Beckham. Galliano tries to close him down, changing it too wide. Arce's there on top of him. And well controlled by Sampaio, the 31-year-old midfield player who, like 3 of these guys, has played in the J-League here. And is well known to Japanese fans. So this is the 5th occasion an English club has played in the Toyota Cup. No goals, so no victories so far, and this is the 7th occasion the Brazilians have been here, but they've had 4 wins and 3 defeats. So they've tasted both sides of the event. Manchester United have started the game well here though. This is Roy Keane. Beckham's a bit of space there for Butt. Closed down by Sampaio. Keane again. In for Solskjaer. Nicely played around. Some good passing here by United. And the throw-in goes to the English side. Still liking of Rocky Jr. In for Giggs. Trying to flick it back into the path of Nicky Butt, and Solskjaer couldn't make it. Chased by Tino Asprilla against Silvestre. He's got a bit of space. Can he run at him? Coming on his left foot. Oh, he's gone onto his right. Clever stuff. And they get it clear just. Something of a gamble playing Asprilla. He's only just joined the club after the Libertadores Championship, but obviously very talented and a possible match winner. Here goes Paulo Nunes. Not offside. Good attempt. Played here with Gremio when they were beaten by Ajax on penalties. That was very close. Junior Baiano with the highest of the night. Arce gets one back in. Here's Zinho. Alex lets it run. He thought that Asprilla was the next up, but he wasn't quite right in that judgment. So for Palmeiras, this is their 84th game of the season. They've had a good period in Japan preparing for this one. They came to Yokohama and trained there in the shadow of the marvellous National Stadium, or the stadium that will in fact stage the World Cup final in 2002. They say it's much better to train and prepare in Yokohama than to come to Tokyo, where it's so much more difficult to get about. And they claim they're refreshed and ready for this one, but they've had to bide their time here because Manchester United started the brighter of the two teams. This is a bad bit of clearance, but they work themselves out of trouble well. Beckham checks forward, leaves his defender, but the pass wasn't good enough. Rocky Jr. A bit more space now for Palmeiras in midfield after that initial burst by Manchester United. It's Galliano. Forward for Asprilla. Here's Neville. Safety first. Zinho. Galliano beginning to put their game together slowly. Here's Alex. Foul on Alex by Roy Keane. Well, this looks a long way out. Alex scores from free kicks and from normal play. I don't know whether this is too far out even for a Brazilian to have a go. It's the big guy, Junior Baiano. I think he's going to have a belt at it. There he goes. Not bad. It's a big hit, but I don't think it troubled Mark Bosnich. He does score a lot of goals, but they're mostly with his head. He scored 5 in the Libertadores Championship, all with his head. So if they get a corner, we'll have to wait and see. He'll probably be a little bit more dangerous than with that shot. Big guy, though. pitch hasn't been too busy so far. Indeed, nor has Marcus at the other end, although most of the play has been in the Palmeiras half. Here's Nunes. And Asprilla racing onto this one, but well off it. Palmeiras are disappointingly out of the Brazilian Championship already. They haven't had a particularly good second half of the season. Although Manchester United's form, according to Sir Alex Ferguson, hasn't been that good, mostly because of a hangover he's had from last season. Palmeiras have fallen off a little bit themselves after the Libertadores triumph, but they're certainly up for this one. Galliano, nicely done, giving himself a bit of room. Sampaio, Galliano again into trouble. Picked up by Arce, the Paraguayan right back. Easy one for Stam. Silvestre, and away by Bosnic. It's not a bad one because Solskjaer's got it, but he hasn't got any support. And loses it. Junior. Well, that's not a bad ball. Alex gets forward. Alex is there, and down he goes. No penalty. Appealing hands, but the referee waved it away immediately. Silvestre tackled late. Certainly it wouldn't have been a penalty anyhow, but it wasn't even a free kick. Here they come at the other end, Irving to Keane. Stan. Stan up there in a sort of midfield role, but I think one of the Dutch players has good technique, good control. He's quite comfortable like this. But there's a break on possibly here with Galliano wondering what he should do with it. Palmeiras is on the right, can't get there. Palmeiras began in Rio, eventually came to Benfica for a few games, but it didn't last long when Palmeiras decided that they wanted him. Well, there's a famous face from Manchester United's past, George Best. There's a George Best shop in Tokyo where they sell Manchester United mementos and the normal football kit. But he's here as a guest of the Manchester United Supporters Club. He's doing a bit of work for NTV, the host broadcasters here for the Toyota Cup. Japanese viewers will see him at half-time. I don't think we'll have that pleasure. But it's good to see George Best, who also played in a little bit of a game in the Yokohama Stadium on Sunday. Is Asprilla now. Asprilla with a break. Now a chance for Alex. Bosnic got a hand to it somehow, and that was a great opening for Palmeiras. Still a bit of danger. Bosnic did a superb job there. Alex tried to chip it over him, but he reached out, and his strength and his timing got him out of trouble. That's a corner for Palmeiras. What a chance that was. Great ball. Lovely play here. It's Asprilla to Alex, and a superb save by the Australia goalkeeper. Now it's a chance for Big Junior Baiano with this kick from Zinho. He's so dangerous at these corner kicks. He got it out, but the danger's not over. Zinho again. Oh! Into the arms of Bosnic. Junior Baiano, the man who scores all those goals with his head. Good effort, but straight up Bosnic. Well, that's a bright spell from the Brazilian side. The best save so far. Best move, certainly, it's gone to the Brazilians. They've withstood a little bit of Manchester United pressure. Silvestre does well, that was clever. For a 22-year-old, he showed amazing maturity there. Rocky Jr. almost gets himself into trouble. Nunes, it's opened up a little bit now. Zinho. Nunes again. Junior. Galliano, he's got space and players on the right. There goes Arce. Now he's getting a little bit more attacking in. Espria's come to him, but so a lot of Manchester United defenders, they've pulled everybody back behind the ball except two. And it goes out. But that was certainly a marvellous move. Instigated through the middle by Sampaio. It's a good dummy in, and then Espria and Alex were almost in there. And Luis Felipe Scolari must have thought his side were going to take the lead. They've had a few problems scoring goals, but in the course of the Libertadores Cup, they beat some very, very strong sides. Vasco, Corinthians, and River Plate. You can't get much bigger than that. And their feeling is, if you can stop Manchester United playing in the best possible way, their morale might flag a bit, whereas Palmeiras are desperate to win this. Is Junior. Now Beckham, with no real support up front. Solskjaer didn't really have a chance. That was a waste. Oh, that's a bad ball. A little bit of slackness all round here. They're flagging a little bit. Surely not already. That was one of the problems Alex Ferguson said, though. We're not at all sure whether we'll recover in 3 days or not. Beckham. Good ball in for Giggs. Bit of pushing and shoving there. He looks appealingly at the German referee. He's not going to get anything there. But he's made his point. Extraordinary to think that he's only 26. He was 26 yesterday as it happened. But he's had 10 years in the first team. Nicely played by Rocky Jr. to Francisco Arce. In for Alex. Lovely, quick control. Spreading it wide to Junior. Now Manchester United are in a bit of trouble. Should have been more trouble than that. There wasn't a great cross, and it was well blocked by Gary Neville. But it's another corner, and it's another chance for Zinho to whip one in for Rocky Jr. and Junior Baiano. The big fellas in the penalty area. Rocky Jr. comes first, Junior Baiano at the back. Another one. Galliano also in there. Zinho again. Rocky Jr. coming forward. Well, an attempt by Galliano, but not a particularly good one. Difficult one on the turn. He's rather surprised to find himself actually in the team at the moment. Scolari put him in because they thought he was going to be marking Paul Scholes playing behind the front two. But that's not quite how it's turned out. But they've adjusted to that. Galliano is pushed forward more, deeper into midfield. Here's Alex. All the good things will come from him, I suspect. Sampaio. Oh, the referee's involved. Nice little play off to Scholes. Scholes has gone forward. This is Butt. Oh, that's a bad challenge, and that surely must be a booking. It is. Alex was very, very late on that. And he left the second leg in there. So the first yellow card. And a free kick to United. They're not too worried about the free kicks. They're more interested in the injuries. They've got tough games coming up. Everton on Saturday, then Valencia the following Wednesday in the Champions League. This is really what Alex Ferguson's worried about. Beckham playing the midfield role at the moment. Coming over to help Gary Neville. Out comes Marcos. It's an easy one for a big guy against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Sylvestre with Paulo Nunes. Stam has time. It's extraordinary to think that once upon a time, not so long ago, Manchester City was the bigger club in Manchester, and only after Matt Busby took over did things really begin to change and develop. And under Sir Alex Ferguson, they've gone massively forward, with 5 out of the last 7 Premier League titles and a few other trophies thrown in. Now the richest club in the world, made a profit of $57 million in the last financial year, and their target is now Asia. So this is an important game to them, not just for winning titles. As a PLC, they want to do well out here. Their internet means that a lot of people can get to know them, speak to them, as it were, buy shirts off them if you wish. But they've got to do things on the field, and they want to be the first English club to win this title. They've lost the initiative in the last 10 minutes. And we've had half an hour, and we've still had no goals. We've had one great save from Mark Bosnich. Rocky Jr. is coming up for this one, so they wait until he gets there. He's there, he gets it, but he puts it straight at Mark Bosnich. Currently in the national side, he was discovered really by Vanderlei Luxemburgo from a junior club, brought to Palmeiras. And when Luxemburgo disappears to higher things, he makes sure that his discovery stays with him in the national side. Good news for him, but not so good for Junior Baiano, who's been dropped. But 2 very effective central defenders. I feel a little bit sorry for Solskjaer at the moment. He's playing up front on his own. Occasionally Ryan Giggs gives him some support. The information or rumour that we had that Scholes would be playing alongside him has proved false. They've put an extra man in midfield until they've worked out what Palmeiras are like. A lot of the Brazilian journalists have asked me what do Manchester United know about Palmeiras. Well, I know they've watched tapes of them, but I bet you if you ask the Manchester United players to name 5 of them, I don't think they could. But anyhow, it's Sampaio. This is a good run. Paulo Nunes coming to it. Zinho picks it up. Galliano got back in that defensive midfield role. Arce just pokes it into the middle, but it was over-optimistic. And that was a foul there by the Manchester United player. Dwight York warming up. It was a bit of a surprise that Andy Cole didn't come, because he's been on fire recently. Dwight York's been having a more difficult time, but there's no doubt about it. If they really want to, they could add to their forward strength in this game. But this time, it's a giveaway. They've lost a little bit of zest. They started brightly. Now it's the Brazilians who are enjoying more possession and taking up better positions. Junior. A lot of United players coming back. Junior does well. Alex. Zinho. Here's Sampaio to Galliano. Still a lot of Manchester United players between the ball and the goal. So no real threat yet. Junior Baiano and Rocky Jr. Well, this will do for United. Something of a breather for them if they mark up tight here, and almost given away. Junior. Oh, that's a good bit of play. Offside. It was in fact better defensive work. because they pushed up as Asprilla made the run, and the flag went up. They watch him go and they leave him, and appeal and win. So this is a very different side from the Manchester United team that won the European final in Barcelona with those 2 late goals. They've already lost 2 games in Europe this season so far. They had a mauling by Chelsea, and Alex Ferguson admitted that they've won some games without playing particularly well, and they won some games surprisingly. Here's Giggs, great run. Oh, it's in trouble, he's put it in. Easy one, Roy Keane. Great cross, wonderful run. Mistake by the goalkeeper. Roy Keane puts it in. Well, incredible turnaround. It's Manchester United who've taken the lead. First goal scored by an English club, and obviously the first time an English club has been in the lead here. What a run, what a burst of acceleration by Ryan Giggs. Hell of a cross, goalkeeper makes a mistake, and Keane is in there. The player who missed the European final has put Manchester United in the lead here. Wonderful bit of play by Ryan Giggs. Poor goalkeeping, great finishing. Well, just when Manchester United looked as if they were flagging a little bit. Can't get better than that. Here's Scholes. Here's Solskjaer. Good goal, but what a run down the left-hand side by Ryan Giggs. George Best would have been proud of that one. Here's Neville. Pulled it back too far, and now it's Sampaio and Alex who can gather it. Rebounds, unfortunately, for Palmeiras. Here we see it again. Fantastic cross. Goalkeeper should have done better than that, and he was severely punished. It wasn't as easy as it looked from that angle. He could easily have missed that one. There they come again down the left-hand side. Dennis Owen. Quite such a good cross this time. But Roy Keane, of course, this is a difficult time for him and Manchester United. He could be spoken to, tapped up, if you like, by any number of clubs after January the 1st, because his contract ends at the end of the season, and the laws say he can speak to other clubs, and they're worried that he will go for bigger money to Italy. And that sort of event, that sort of goal and that sort of finishing will certainly put his price up a bit. Oh. Nicky Butt with a drive from well outside the penalty area, but Marcos was struggling on again. It's a big hit here. How far away was that? Well, I think he probably had it covered. Palmeiras controls well. Gary Neville covers. Scholes. Oh, that's a bad one into Zinho. Galliano. Sampaio to Arce. Stam stands strong and wins that one. So the danger over. Well, initially the game seemed to be controlled by Manchester United. They didn't really make too much of it, but they looked good. Then Palmeiras came back. But suddenly, on a quick break, it's Roy Keane who puts Manchester United in the lead. Stam down to Scholes. Owen couldn't stop it going out, so concedes a throw there. Sampaio leaves it to Arce. all the Manchester United players back in marking roles except Solskjaer. But to Bosnich and out. No, kept in by Giggs, but only to Palmeiras' benefit. Galliano and Zinho, they need a little bit of leadership now from the captain. Is Asprilla. No foul, he falls over a lot, but to no avail there. But he's done well to hold possession there. And they play themselves out well. Solskjaer, Keane, forward goes Scholes, a little bit too strong for him. Paulo Nunes. Rocky Jr. Zinho is on the left flank. This is Junior to Zinho now. Played in the World Cup final in 1994 in the United States. But as soon as Zagallo disappeared, he disappeared too, as far as being an international player. Could well come back to Japan, where he had a couple of successful years. Is Rocky Jr. Zinho. And it's picked up by Junior Baiano. Arce wide on the right. Oh, this is not a good one, as Beckham might get in there. Manchester United marking up, biding their time, filling the spaces. They're finding it difficult to get through. This is Junior. Bit of space for Galliano, but it's a long way out. Now Arce, this might be better. Good cross, no. Try again. Zinho. Now Junior, can he get a good cross in? It's more like it. Oh, off the line. Or was it going in? I don't know, but it was Sylvestre who got a foot to it. I don't know whether it was going in or not, but it was certainly a very, very good cross. Two people on the far post. Alex gets up. Oh, that was going in all right. Sylvestre did a great job. So the young Frenchman enjoying the big occasion and playing in his strongest position as opposed to fullback or a bit of midfield as he's been used on some occasions. Does a great job there. Beckham getting involved with Junior. So it's 1-0 to Manchester United, but two very, very serious attempts on goal by Palmeiras. Too strong, and that comes to nothing. So Beckham, who was born in Leytonstone, a suburb of London, but has taken root with Manchester United. George Best, an Irish player who didn't really play for anybody else but Manchester United. He performed for one or two other sides, but he only played for Manchester United. It's getting a little bit spiky here in the closing moments of the first half. We've had only one booking, and there's a chance for Neville and Beckham to put one into the middle. Stam has stayed back though. Comfortably cleared. Irving gets a foot in there well. Away by Junior. There shouldn't be too much trouble for Manchester United, but it's picked up well by Alex. Nicely into Asprilla. Players free on the right-hand side, but he tries to go through the middle and it's too tight. And there's a foul there by Asprilla on Sylvestre. Right, Sampaio came in late, in fact. And Sylvestre was the one who was penalised. Well, free kick then to Palmeiras. Closing minutes of the first half. Is this a Junior Baiano job? Or Arce with the right foot? Possibly. This is Baiano. Well, I wouldn't say useless exactly, but close to it. And that'll only increase Manchester United's confidence. No threat at all on Mark Bosnich. Had a spell in Germany, Junior Baiano, with Werder Bremen. Well, what will the two coaches say at half-time? Because things were looking quite good for Palmeiras and Luis Felipe, but they're one down. Galliano loses out to Scholes. It's good play. Beckham takes no risks. Chip forward by Nicky Butt. Scholes. Throw in to Manchester United. 1 minute of time added on at the end of this half. Solskjaer turns him. Now he wants a bit of help. Or does he want to play for time? Well, gets the ball in. No danger. Poor clearance though. Keane. Well cleared by Junior Baiano, but it's still Manchester United. Dennis Irwin. Dennis Irwin, a great ball. The pass back, although there are appeals for a corner and a couple for handball, that pass back should have been better. It's not a good clearance by Marcos that put Zinho in trouble. He's got out of it well, gets a free kick, but the goalkeeper didn't make it at all easy for him. And Manchester United could have been through there again on the left-hand side. Galliano. I wonder what Luis Felipe will think about the changes he might make in the second half. Well, that's the end of an interesting first half, which was first of all controlled by Manchester United. Then Palmeiras seemed to come into it. But in the end, it was a 35th minute goal by Roy Keane after Welcome back then to the National Olympic Stadium here in Tokyo, Japan. The second half about to start and Manchester United making a change. On comes Dwight York. So the start of the second half here. Dwight York on for Manchester United. They certainly need a little bit more power and sharpness up front. And Sir Alex Ferguson, I thought, would have been not too happy with that first half performance, despite the fact that they're leading by 1-0. It could easily have been 2-1 down. They lost the initiative after 20 minutes or so, and they were quite lucky, I think, overall, to have held on to that lead. Good save by Sylvestre. That's a tough challenge by Junior Baiano on Dwight York, who's only been in action less than a minute. So it's a free kick for Manchester United. Beckham with a drive. No, it's Ryan Giggs wide to Irving in there. And Dwight York appeals for handball. Must be handball. Dwight York got a bit of a break there, but he certainly hit his arm. And they're complaining to the German referee. With some... Oh, it hit his arm. With some power. Well, he's such a lively character. The Trinidadian, such a popular guy. He puts life into the supporters. He puts life into his team when he plays well. He hasn't had the best of times recently, but it's good to see him on the field. And the Brazilians don't get that one either. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play it. It looks as if, having taken the place of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he's playing that role. Occasionally Scholes will get up to help him, occasionally Giggs and possibly even Beckham will, but you won't get Roy Keane making too many of those runs which brought him that first goal. Well won by Sampaio. Handball. Takes a lot to stop him smiling. I think though if Palmeiras scored here early in the second half, that might change things a little bit. Palmeiras, and in goes Asprilla! Goalkeeper Mark Bosnich came out like lightning and reduced the angle and the line of fire, but it looked as if that little touch on had got the Colombian through. That was not bad play by Paulo Nunes. Can he get in there? And Bosnich did a great job. He couldn't see the target. Good goalkeeping. Good attacking play though. And the Colombian just wide. Free kick. Foul by Galliano on Nicky Butt, just recovering from the hernia operation, which Paul Scholes is going to have after December the 8th. A pretty key game for them, the end of the first stage, or the winter stage of the Champions League. So they're not 100% Manchester United. They certainly had a problem getting back to quality form after the success of last season, after the drama of last May. And they'll probably have to wrestle a little bit here, because Palmeiras know that if it escapes from them in the first 20 minutes of this half, it'll be all over. So, got to be tight. Here's Giggs. Beckham's done well. He's a tough character, but he's got tremendous control as well. Nice touches. Referee spotted some pushing and shoving. Nicky Butt. Here goes Scholes. He's a tough character too. And here's Dwight York. Can he turn on it? Puts it back for Irving, and there's a chance now. Oh, good recovery. Scholes was under that, controlled it, but it wouldn't drop for him before Junior came in and whacked it clear. Junior did a great job. But Jaap Stam is in there for the corner. Now Ryan Giggs. Going off Scholes and going nowhere. A little bit more aggression in their play here, though. When it comes out to Ryan Giggs, he whacks it into a ruck of players. It could have gone anywhere, and it did. Well done by Asprilla. Nice little touch. Alex. Paulo Nunes, a great ball, just a bit too strong. Now this is Evair, who looks as if he's going to come on any moment. He's the most experienced player. Picked up by Scholes. They're moving a little bit sharper, Manchester United. Sampaio. Arce. Back to Junior Baiano, and they start again, but that's not a very clever ball. Away by Keane. Arce picked up by, we're all giving it away now, by Beckham. Now there's Junior racing down the left, up against Gary Neville. Well gathered by Bosnich. Certainly showing that he is the #1 goalkeeper at the moment. He's done absolutely nothing wrong and a hell of a lot right. Rocky Jr. wins, picked up well by Beckham under pressure. Scholes playing into safety. Gary Neville. Dwight York has raced out to the right-hand side. There's nobody really in the middle, so they've got to play it around this area till something opens up. Dwight York. Little nudge as he got rid of the ball. The referee spotted it and warned the player. This is a very important time for both sides. Here's Dwight York, Rocky Jr., Junior Baiano. Zinho goes wide on the left, but he's been picked up well by Gary Neville. Stam can't get there, but he knows Sylvestre's covering behind. There's no real danger. And Manchester United nicely within themselves at the moment here. Roy Keane. Bit of space for Dwight York. Nobody's followed him. Now can they build here? Scholes. Irving. Ryan Giggs gets inside. There's Scholes here with a bit of room. Will he have a go? Oh, there's space here now for Butt. That was a great move, great build-up by Manchester United, all the way from their own half, but not a particularly good shot. And the change means the defensive midfield player Galliano is coming off, and an out-and-out forward, Evaia, is going on. So that's pretty obvious the way things are shaping here. Now he's 34 years of age, former Brazilian international, but a man with a record for Palmeiras. They hadn't won the championship for 17 years, and he scored the goal that won them the title. That's the Brazilian championship, and he wears 17. He scored a goal when he came on as a substitute in the Copa Libertadores second leg. This is good play here again now. Aspria's in the middle, Palanu's in the middle. This is Evaia, and he was too slow with it. He didn't really expect it, and the big guy loses it, and Manchester United play a little bit of keep ball. Well won by Rocky Jr. Now Zinho with Junior on his left. Evaia up front, so too is Alex. The shape of this Palmeiras side has changed. Here's Alex, is offside. No goal. And no doubt either. He's on the way, but he's offside, and Stammer just stepped up. So too at Irving. It was a correct decision. Another substitution. Aspria is off. Osseas is on. That's forward for a forward. Big, strong striker. The leading scorer in the Brazilian League, Brazilian National Championship. Not as much guile as Aspria, but a bit more strength. So he's certainly shown his hand. Here's Alex. Baiano, Osseas going for it. No chance. He too is a Brazilian international. Not too many caps. But the quality of his performances in Brazil got him into the side. So this is a completely reshaped Palmeiras team. Three up front. It's Osseas. Keane. The coach, Luis Felipe Scolari, was the coach of Grêmio, who played here a few years ago and lost to Ajax on penalties. They had the problem there of having a player sent off in the 65th minute and having to play the rest of the 90 minutes and the extra time with only 10 men. They did pretty well, but here they've still got at the moment 10 men. They're one down, and they've shown their hand. They're going to attack, and they're going to do it quickly, not hanging about to the end of the game. Now Evaia stumbles. Evaia again to Junior. Can he get it into the middle? It's stretched a bit. two quick fullbacks, Junior and Arce, and Junior's been the most effective, although Arce's got the bigger reputation. Here's the corner, which means the big guys, Junior Baiano and Rocky Junior, will come up from the back. And Sampao. Big guys get in. Bosnich punches well. Picked up by Dwight York. Ryan Giggs racing forward, taking defenders with him, but York loses it badly. Tino. One by Silvestre, but now they're putting him under great pressure. Nunes, good tackle by Jaap Stam, great tackle. Now Dwight York with space. Ryan Giggs is wide on the left-hand side. David Beckham racing inside him. Still Dwight York. Space here for Roy Keane. And what on earth was that? Such a promising move. Such an awful finish. He had two or three options here, with Scholes racing to help him. Oh, look here, Dwight York. Now Ryan Giggs, he can wrap it up. Bad miss. Terrible error at the back by Palmeiras. Ryan Giggs given the opportunity to make it 2-0 and put Manchester United out of sight. What a pass that was. Ryan Giggs. Not an open goal, but nearly. Now the other end is Assess. What's all happening now? Dwight York getting it back here, a relief of the pressure. Still 1-0 to Manchester United. We've had a very lively opening spell in this second half. Here's Assess, Sampao rather. Arce goes wide on the right, but he's tracked well by Irvin. No point in putting it there. Evair. Rocky Junior. Gets himself into trouble as Manchester United work hard to regain possession, which they should never really have lost. Still Palmeiras. Alex. Assayas. Stam. They're wobbling, but they're not cracking. Don't know whether Mark Bosnich liked that one that much. Certainly Irving didn't. Ryan Giggs does well. That's a foul by Sampao. Free kick to Manchester United. Michel Platini among the dignitaries here. Also include Bobby Charlton, as well as George Best. So there's plenty of people attracted to this 20th Toyota Cup. But of course we must remember that the World Cup draw is just around the corner. So Tokyo is certainly the place to be. Silvestre cuts out easily. Now, Keane to Irving. Irving forward to Dwight York. Scholes has to backtrack, does well to get it to Beckham, who's got a bit of room. He's got Gary Neville behind him supporting, and Nicky Butt square. I don't know whether that was intended for Dwight York with the header, but he didn't go that way. Well won by Silvestre. I think Manchester United and Sir Alex Ferguson are pleased that they've got a strong guy at the back in Michael Silvestre, the 22-year-old Frenchman, because Palmeiras have put some big guys up front. Their big guns are certainly playing. Arce forward for Assayas. Dennis Irwin. Forward for Dwight York. He's free, but he's on his own. He's going to have to hold on to it until he gets a bit of support. Unless he goes alone, he does. Well, a lot of chance of getting in from there, but excited a few thousand here. Oh, it's gone straight back to Dwight York. Ryan Giggs, and a foul there. No, the referee waves play on. York trying to get through, claims that he was balked. German referee said nothing of the sort. Oseas cleared by Neville. Well controlled by Nicky Butt. Scholes. York. Zinho. Nicely done. Alex. Now there's a trouble here for Manchester United. Alex goes for one. Comfortably wide. Bosniak's had it covered, I'm certain of that. He scores a lot of goals. He's played 15 times for the national team and scored 7. That's not bad for a midfield player, but I don't think he was too close to the target here. But the threat is still there. No foul, although Dwight York felt he was lent on by Rocky Jr. Alex is so important to the success of this Palmeiras side. There's talk that he's going to Parma quite soon. The link up between the two clubs is an obvious one. They're sponsored by the same company, Parmalat, who contribute $600,000 a month to. Oh, no, it was covered because Stam got a foot to it. I don't think it was a real danger. But there's a possibility now. Zinho's corner, once again, Sampaio, Rocky Jr. and Junior Baiano with this challenge. Another clear-cut one now. Manchester United can break. Beckham. And forward goes Scholes on the rebound. Dwight York is up with him. Ryan Giggs is wide on the left. Cleared rather clumsily for a corner, and if York could have got that clear to Giggs on the left-hand side, he'd have been in. Look at the space here. But Beckham and company can take a corner now. Yapstam is in there. Ryan Giggs making a run towards the near post. Away by Rocky Jr. and Sampaio. Beckham. Oh, great play to Butt. And wasted. Well, Beckham not entirely the centre of attention once the game started, but I'm sure once it's finished he will be again. Oseas to Paulo Nunes. Evair. He delayed too long, and that was good play by Roy Keane. Rebounds to Scholes. But nicely done to Neville. See some good control from the Brazilians, but to be fair to the Manchester United side, they've got some great individuals too. It goes Dwight York, but there's a rebound there, and it didn't work well for them. Oh, he thought he saw a colleague out there on the left-hand side, but it was merely a Japanese linesman or assistant referee. Wasted, though, an illegal throw. Even at this level. Bit scruffy at the moment, and it's Manchester United leading by 1-0. Punched away by Junior. Oseas. And good cover by Dennis Irwin. Evair. Zinho. Sampaio, Arce moves on the right-hand side. He hasn't been involved too much. Assayas chasing this one. Gary Neville takes no chances, and away it goes. Zinho. First time, of course, that Manchester United have played in the Toyota Cup, but in the Intercontinental Cup they played in '68 against Estudiantes and lost over 2 legs. George Best was playing in that. Got into a bit of trouble with the referee, and as Pat Craren, one of his colleagues, suggested, he was going to be suspended for this game if he wanted to play tonight. Ryan Giggs almost clean through there. Palmeiras brings it down. We've seen very little of him though. Just a couple of moments in the first half. He's been very tightly marked. York and Rocky Jr. and York comes away well out of that one. Beckham now. Junior. And the thing that Alex Ferguson says about his side, said sometimes we play well, sometimes we don't play well. But what I can guarantee from this current Manchester United side is that they never know when they're beaten. There's no question of them chucking in the towel on any occasion, so they'll battle, whether they're ahead or whether they're behind. They're currently leading by 1-0. Could have conceded a couple of goals in the first half. And here goes Palmeiras here. He's in, but wide. And I think Bosnia's had a good look at that one. It was a snatch. And they get through on a few individual runs. But so far, Manchester United in the second half, apart from one early effort, haven't been too worried. But they're certainly not controlling the game. And it looks as if we're going to have the pleasure of another substitution, possibly Uwelea, who's another lively forward, but let's see. Given away to Zinho. This is a period when Manchester United get a bit tired. Junior to Alex, and it was a miss. Good cross. I think he's in there cleanly. They haven't picked him up, and he's fired it by the post. It was a chance. It wasn't far off, but it should have been better. So still Manchester United lead. And still most of the chances are coming from Palmeiras. Assayas. Nicely done to Francisco Arce. This is more like it. Brave header by Gary Neville. And a good clean one too, but it's still Palmeiras. Manchester United pushing out. Here comes Rocky Jr. Evair. And this is a side, Palmeiras, that can't score too many goals, but they've got a lot of attacking players in now. And here goes Palmeiras. Assayas. No. Well, they're having the attempts on goal, no doubt about that. But this really isn't a threat. And there's always the chance that Manchester United in the counter-attack will conjure something. Like this one. Keane to Beckham. Beckham can go on the right foot. Gets a corner. It's amazing to think that the position Manchester United are in now, in the top of the tree, leading in this special occasion. They were relegated from the First Division in 1974 and under threat of relegation when Sir Alex Ferguson took over. Here's a chance from here. Sylvestre cuts out. Nicely done, and Neville has space, but Palmeiras getting at them quickly. Not allowing them too much room, pushing them back. As for Palmeiras, it's since 1992 that they've had a lot of support from Parmalat, and they've blossomed as a championship side. Here's Dwight York. Can go on his own. Good play by Rocky Jr. Beckham still in play. Oh, Marcus, dear me. Lucky to get that one. His confidence might have taken a bit of a knock after that error, which led to Roy Keane's goal. 18 minutes left. Unless we go into extra time, of course. That's the routine here. If the scores are level after 90 minutes, we have extra time, and then if they're still level, it's penalties. Back to Beckham. Foul by David Beckham. So the English club still leading by 1-0, but they've been under a lot of pressure in the second half. Junior overlapping Evair. Junior, that's a hard one for him. Does well enough, gets a corner. Surely one of these corners are going to pay off for Palmeiras. Manchester United have defended well, but they are a problem. Rocky Jr., Sampaio, and Junior Baiano. Substitution with Sheringham coming on and Paul Scholes coming off. They're taking their time about it. Teddy Sheringham then. Dwight York, can he get into the penalty area? Oh, and here's Assayas, and another great save by Mark Bosnich. Bosnich has done a great job here. That bounced straight in front of Assayas, and Bosnich somehow blocked it. It should have been in though. But give credit to the Australian. Here's Ryan Giggs. Beckham's over the far side. Ryan Giggs on the break. He scored a few dramatic goals on his own. Not least one against Arsenal that won him a famous cup tie. But he didn't really get a serious strike in there. Topped it. It's an open game though. Surprising it's only 1-0. Here's Arce. Evair is in the middle, Assayas is in the middle, but it's Gary Neville clearing. Alex. Zinho tried to turn. York, good play. Stabbed down by Sheringham. And Manchester United keep possession. Get a bit of a breather. Roy Keane to Dwight York. Keane overlapping him on the left. Here's Butt. And a lot of players up in support now, Manchester United. They lead by 1-0. Another one surely would put them totally in the driving seat. Oh, and Ryan Giggs can get one in. Oh, right. We've had a few own goals in this championship. We nearly had one there. That was brilliant play by Ryan Giggs. Perhaps a little bit fortunate. But unfortunate here, though. So another substitution. Paulo Nunes on. Ayuela is substitution. And Sheringham, I think, had a chance there. Picked up by Roy Keane. Ryan Giggs. And this time, Marcos, the goalkeeper, does better with the cross. Ayuela and Junior. Ayuela is in. He's not. because Bosnich has stopped him. Extraordinary. The substitute came on and they got a touch within the first few seconds. But it was again the Australian goalkeeper who stopped him. He's kept him in the game, it's amazing. Giggs, wonderful control. Sheringham. Beckham. Still Manchester United. Ryan Giggs beaten by Arce. We've had good 10 attempts on goal. Surprising, we've only had one in the back of the net. But Bosnich has played a key role in this match for Manchester United. Arce. Alex. Let's say, well, that's a foul by Sylvestre, and that's a booking for the Frenchman. First for Manchester United. And it's a free kick, which again will bring up all the danger men. Junior Baiano, Rocky, Junior, Evair, Oseas. They can all say they're pretty useful in the air, but particularly Junior Baiano. A difficult one to defend here. Such a key moment. Arce's kick. Another one. Corner. I wouldn't say Manchester United are hanging on exactly, but this is a very nervous, tense moment for them. Had to rely too much on their goalkeeper. Francisco Arce again with the kick. Junior Baiano standing back. Poor one. And Alex. And once again, Mark Bosnich. What a save. And this was the guy they questioned, could he replace Schmeichel? He's certainly replacing him here. But the danger still is Nova. Is now. Well, a couple of saves in the first half, a series of saves in the second, and Mark Bosnich is keeping the score sheet clean. Sheringham. Ryan Giggs behind him. Dennis Irwin behind him. And they hold off, surprisingly. Irwin. It's a good cross. Somehow it breaks for Junior. It could have dropped for Dwight York. And that's a great challenge by Gary Neville. Superb play. Appeals for a corner, which he doesn't get. Back after an operation himself, so valuable to Manchester United and England. Ten minutes left of normal time. Still Manchester United lead by 1-0. Alex to Ayuela, the substitute. Stam knocks it away. Giggs is fouled, and he'll get a free kick, which will take the pressure off Manchester United. So that was a bit of a pointless move by the Palmeiras players. But of all the things that Sir Alex Ferguson doesn't want, I think extra time and penalties is one of them. Not so much because of the result, but because of Everton coming up on Saturday and then Valencia in the Champions League the following Wednesday. Arce and Junior Baiano getting it away. Just. Well, the English clubs that have come here haven't really distinguished themselves. Nacional beat Nottingham Forest in 1980. Flamengo beat Liverpool 3-0 in 81. Then Peñarol beat Aston Villa in 1982. And in '84, Independiente beat Liverpool again by the 1 goal. The handball there. And at the moment, it's the 1 goal which is dividing these two sides. Brazilian teams have been here quite a few more times. This is the 7th. Flamengo, Sao Paulo twice, and Grêmio have won it. Grêmio, Cruzeiro and Vasco have lost it. Brazilian sides have come here recently, but they haven't won too many times, including the last 2 years. Eight minutes on our clock. And if it is the 1 goal which decides it, Marcos, the Palmeiras goalkeeper, will regret it to his dying day. He's a player who's got himself into the national side, but not with displays like that. Irving to Bosnich. Good play by Sampaio. Sampaio again, and Duella doesn't know where it is. Offside. Nothing going much right for the Brazilians. Oh, was he offside? Free kick. And the referee remonstrating with Francisco Asca, who threw that ball away in frustration, but that merely wasted a little bit more time. With only 6 minutes left, that's very much to Manchester United's benefit. Beckham and Giggs. Well, they lose it, but they're not out of trouble yet. And Manchester United get it back again. Well played by Alex. Foul there by Nicky Butt. Goalkeeper Marcos rushes out to get that ball and get it back into play as quickly as possible, because time is so valuable to Palmeiras. It's Junior. Evair. Clever play, but Beckham read it. York with a sliding tackle. Keane keeps cool. Good play by Rocky Jr. Evair out there. Alex. A lot of players are pushing forward for Palmeiras, but the shape of the side has gone. They're all attacking, they all want to have a shot, so there's no real space or pattern. And I'm not sure whether Big Filipao is too happy with that. But they're still in with a chance, even though it's 5 minutes left. Junior to Evair. Chased by Assayas, but Silvestre done a good job at the back alongside Stam. With Berg making mistakes in the last Champions League game, Silvestre, the 22-year-old Frenchman, got his chances here a lot of good. Here's Arce. The flag's gone up for a foul throw, I think. His foot over the line. So things going Manchester United's way. Giggs to Sheringham. They're just keeping possession nicely now. If there's a break on, they'll take it. But if they can keep possession and kill the game off in the last 3.5 minutes, that'll do just as well. They've got to come up with a trump card, Palmeiras, here. and it doesn't look as if they're going to do it. Sheringham needs help, but muscled out of it. Rocky Jr. Assayas is over the far side. It's a good tackle, but it's still Palmeiras in possession. Sampaio, they don't really know where to go. Evair. Alex, it's a comparatively quiet game, but here's Evair. Foul, free kick, and a chance for Alex to show what he can do. Time is definitely running out now for the Brazilians. They've got to come up with a masterstroke. So far, Mark Bosnich has been equal to everything on the occasion that then he's got by the defence, and there's been quite a few occasions. Is it going to be Alex? Is it going to be Zinho? It's Alex. It's deflected, and it's a corner. And the clock keeps running. Once again, Junior Baiano, Rocky Jr., Assayas, all the heavyweights are in there, including Evair, as Arce gets the ball in. Free kick. Danger over for the moment for Manchester United. Roy Keane, the goal scorer, is hurt in that final in Barcelona in May. No Keane, no Scholes, 2 goals in the last 100 seconds in injury time. Turn the game for them. They know full well that there's still plenty of time for Palmeiras to get back in this one, but they're killing the game off one way or another. As they recorded their first European Cup win in 31 years in May, it looks as if they're going to record England's first Toyota Cup win in 20 years here. But we've got a free kick now, coming up towards 90 minutes. They've pushed everybody forward, Palmeiras, except the goalkeeper. This is probably their last chance. Assayas gets it, and it means nothing. They can handle that any time. And they're looking for the final signal. They're looking, and here it comes. They're looking to see how much time added on there is, and now we know. Oh, it's a good one for Junior, a bad one for Manchester United. Oh, it's still Junior, Stam tumbles, but they clear it in the end, and Dwight York gets in there well. Now he's got to chase this. Goalkeeper's right out. Dwight York's there. No, he's not. Marcos claims he's got the kick. They're desperate now, and he's certainly desperate after that error that led to the only goal of the game so far. What a cruel irony it will be if Manchester United concede anything at this stage. But as we mentioned before, Alex Ferguson knows that they never stop. They never stop fighting. And they'll hang on unless Palmeiras can come up with some brilliant moment, which they haven't managed so far. Rocky Jr. and Junior. With a strong cross, and there's Assayas, and once again is Mark Bosnich, who's had a perfect game. It was quite a good cross, but the goalkeeper was favourite, and his judgment perfect. Bosnich is coming for this one. It's a hard one. Judges it well and was fouled. That'll take a little bit more time. Bosnich has had his injury problems this season. It was a wretched start for him at the beginning of the season when he had a hamstring. Then when he went to Australia, of course, for the games against Brazil, when Alex scored against him, he tweaked a hamstring again, and it looked bad as far as Alex Ferguson was concerned, because he didn't want him to go in the first place. But he came back, he played the next game against Derby, and he's played magnificently here. He's done his position at Manchester United a hell of a lot of good in this game. But it's not over yet. Junior. They've run out of shape, Palmeiras. They've put attacking players on, but they haven't really looked as good as they did in the first half. Beckham. Just keep possession, that'll do. Another goal will be the icing on the cake, but that's really not important now. York. And there is the final whistle. Manchester United have won the 20th Toyota Cup by 1-0. The goal scored by Roy Keane in the 35th minute. But what will be most memorable here is the rearguard action that Manchester United faced, the saves that Mark Bosnich made, and the clean sheet that they've kept against the Copa Libertadores champions. They played better, Manchester United. They haven't fought harder, but they've won by 1-0. The first English club to do so. The despair from Palmeiras is obvious. They had a lot of the game, they had a lot of the half chances, but they've left here with nothing except the runners-up prize. Their 84th game of the season, Palmeiras. They conceded that goal. They looked as if they'd had a couple of good opportunities in the first half to bring it back on level terms. They had most of the game in the second half, but it ends in nothing and despair for them. Congratulations all round for Manchester United. But now the presentation of the trophy to Manchester United, the first English side to win the Toyota Cup. It's going to be Hiroshi Okuda, the chairman of the Toyota Motor Corporation. Manchester United, Roy Keane's goal did the trick, but strong defensive play, good team ethics and hard work got them through this one. They haven't had the best of seasons so far, but they come up trumps in most of the big occasions. So their trophy on the four legs is the Intercontinental Cup. That's the Toyota Cup. And that's a double triumph for Manchester United.